I just saw that horrible, hopeless ass, lame ass, dumbass take from Matt Walsh. You know, the one he did on Daily Wire, whatever you want to call that. See, I can't even remember the name to make it even important. But I decided to, because I keep seeing this all through TikTok, and for some reason, he doesn't have an account on there. I'm not surprised. But of course, people, I saw this dreadful ass video, by the way, from his video from the YouTube Shorts. And also remember, people, if you're gonna go on there, make sure you send a dislike his way so he knows his dumbass takes were not worth this one. And by the way, as an actual Mexican, let me tell you something. I have the only right to talk about what I don't and like about my culture, because I don't know why, Matt, I'm actually a Mexican. You are not. You're just some weird, lowly, white, shallow, disgusting man with nothing to say, better to say, except you're just basically trying to do a dig at my culture by now putting down my culture's food. And yet the only food you probably are familiar with is the Del Tacos, the Taco Bells, the Chipotles, and possibly the Jack in the Box sometimes, and Carl Jr. sometimes as the green burrito, whatever crap they put. You are only familiar on those lame-ass inspired Mexican food, and you think that is somehow better than my people's food that actually started with us. By the way, you can't call Mexican food without us, the Mexican, who I represent. And without people like me, you wouldn't even have these dumbass takes, honestly. The only ones you're familiar with is, like I just mentioned, you only care about the Del Taco, the Taco Bell, the Chipotles, partially Jack in the Box, partially Carl Jr.'s of the world. That's it. And any other restaurant that tries to, go into the Hispanic Latino market by using my culture's food, which is, by the way, is famously worldwide and really one of the few culinary exceptional foods, globally speaking, mind you. And you thought you did something with that dumbass video of saying, this, whatever you think is better than what I'm eating right here. This is a flauta dipped in some enchilada sauce. Now, mind you, it's another variation of a taco, using the same thing, just differentiated, different way, and added to a different sauce. And the filling could be whatever you like. Today was chicken and potatoes mashed together, and it just came out more decadent than I thought. And I like this, by the way. And mind you, I told my mom about this since last month. If we can just mix the potato and the chicken and roll it up in this flauta, all it needs is that, and then we just throw on top as the garnishment the enchilada sauce, it would be wholesome, and it is. And by the way, I actually like it. I eat 6 of these and I get full up right away. I can't eat more than this, to be honest. I had to surrender 3 other flautas. It would have been 9 flautas in total I was gonna eat, but I gave that to my little brother because he was having a little bit of a teenage angst rage fit a few moments ago. And mind you, he loves the food. And by the way, the only people, like I said and I mentioned, are allowed to talk about Mexican food is someone that looks like me. Someone who actually comes from the culture. Only us can say whether we like our Mexican food or not. And by the way, I eat some of the best tacos a few blocks from my house. By the way, my mom doesn't make tacos the way they do, because I guess if you actually ever knew, Mexicans don't actually make the same food. Now, for the majority of people, they make tacos the typical way I've seen in many restaurants is the typical tortilla with a little bit of cilantro and a little bit of onions, and that's it, and a little squeeze of lemon. But there's a reason why they do that, guys, okay? And number 1, Matt Walsh. They actually put it like that because you don't have to put extra to add such deliciousness. In fact, there's a restaurant over there in Mexico, mind you, not far from the border, is a 5-star Michelin restaurant, and it's at a simple taco place. It wasn't even one of those really upscale, ritzy looking places. It was just a regular taco joint that had a delicious and simple take, the way my mom sometimes would make tortillas, but not with meat, with just thin slices of steak. And it just had, that was the whole thing. That, a little bit of salsa and lime. and a little bit of cilantro and onion, and that's it. That's all they have. It's the same thing with other restaurants around here on this side of the border too. It's not that much different, the actual authentic restaurants. Now, your nuance on authentic, thinking that because when we say authentic, it's because it comes from us people. It's like saying Native Americans are indigenous. That's basically what that kind of would be. It would be sort of the same thing. It's just saying the original, where yours, the Del Tacos, the Taco Bells, the Chipotles, Carl Jr.'s, and Jack in the Box of the world, they're inspired Mexican food, some of them, actually. And they were inspired by us, the original inhabitants, on this and that side of the border. Oh my God. Oh, and by the way, when I proudly eat this stuff, let me tell you something. That shit from home hits it really good. A restaurant could never replicate. Unless you're from that family. Then that's a different story. And by the way, and I still would eat at home again. I don't judge because I like the Mexican restaurant down the street, and I love the ones across the border, and I like the ones at home. Because you know why? I'm a proud Mexican. Even though I'm a born US citizen on this side of the border, I'll never forget and regret my roots, because I know that was what makes who I am today. Me. And also, Matt, like I said, what you are is just a weirdo, bizarre, freaking dumbass with a lame-ass, dumbass take, coming from, which I think from the Neanderthal thought process of typical white supremacists who want to have a dig at my people, trying to make it seem like we're just inefficient and thinking that my people's food is somehow dirty because of that. Dude, I used to work at some fast food joints, and they used to be more filthy than ever the place that I've been eating at. So by the way, you can find filth even on this side of the border, and even with all the health code violations, people are still gonna be breaking them shits, okay? If you never worked at a fast food joint, you don't have no reason to be talking about this stuff. I used to for like what? Once, for a month, a week, I think, and then like 5 months. And I learned from 3 restaurants, by the way, mind you, from that little time I worked, it's not any different from a street taco you're gonna get from Mexico anywhere or any other place on this side of the border, mind you. People are still gonna break health codes, and that had nothing to do with the taste of a taco or how they make it simple or not. You guys, especially people like you, white people like you, Matt Walsh, you guys are just trying to be openly racist indirectly by saying these dumbass takes and unnecessary digs at my culture because you think that's gonna make you feel better and superior by your Neanderthal thought process. Which, by the way, only Neanderthal thinks a Del Taco, a Taco Bell, and a freaking Chipotle is somehow better than all the Mexican food in this country and that side of the border combined. That is a Neanderthal thought process you have. That's why I could say that to you, because you're just trying to be mean and be racist indirectly at a dig at my people without even understanding our culture. And you're not even my people to even have that kind of take. All you are is just a Neanderthal, bitch ass, racist asswipe who just wants to be a dick to my culture because you guys think you're doing something. You're not doing anything. What you're doing is a lot of wrong and dissing your culture, because right now, for some reason in this administration, it's become trendy, mind you, to be openly racist against my people and people who look like me. That's what it is. You know nothing about Mexican food, Matt Walsh, so shut the fuck up.